Struggling to sleep wasn't something Madison Turner ever thought she'd face. She had always been the type to drift off effortlessly, no matter the noise, the time, or the tension in the air. But after a series of life changes, everything shifted. The quiet nights she once cherished became long hours of tossing and turning, mind racing through endless worries. Living alone in her cozy two-bedroom apartment in Portland, Oregon, the silence became both a sanctuary and a trap. And as she stared at the ceiling night after night, she began to wonder if something deeper was keeping her awake. Madison worked remotely as a freelance graphic designer. Her days were spent sketching, editing, and communicating with clients over video calls. While the job gave her flexibility, it also kept her isolated. She loved her solitude, but lately it felt heavier. Her mother had passed the previous year, her brother moved to another state, and the last relationship she had ended without closure. She often filled the gaps in her day with TV shows, herbal teas, and scrolling through her phone, but the nights remained an unresolved chapter. One evening, after another failed attempt to wind down with chamomile tea and reading, she sat on her bed, frustrated. The glowing clock showed 2:37 a.m. She pulled up YouTube and typed, "Relaxing sleep audio." A cascade of thumbnails appeared, some promising deep sleep, others offering affirmations or ambient music. One video caught her eye. The thumbnail showed a night sky with the title, "Struggling to sleep? Listen to this every night." Curious and desperate, Madison tapped on the video. A soft voice welcomed her. "Hi there. If you're listening to this, chances are your mind is a little loud tonight. Let's try something new together. All you need to do is listen." That's it. The voice, male, calm and warm, washed over her like a gentle stream. It wasn't trying too hard. It didn't promise instant sleep or magical results. Simply guided her to breathe. Slowly. With each exhale, Madison felt her shoulders relax. Her mind, usually in overdrive, began to quiet. "Let go of today," the voice continued. "Whatever happened today doesn't need to follow you into the night. Tomorrow is not here yet. This moment right now is for rest. You deserve rest." She lay back, letting the voice guide her through a visualization of walking through a forest, the sound of leaves crunching beneath her feet, the scent of pine in the air, and a cool breeze brushing her skin. Her breath became steadier, her eyes heavier. For the first time in weeks, she felt the tension in her chest loosen. She didn't even realize when she had fallen asleep. When she awoke the next morning, sunlight peeked through the curtains, and the clock read 9:08 a.m. She blinked, confused. She had slept. Full night. She felt different, lighter. Not cured but comforted. That night she played the video again. And again the next night. It became her nightly ritual. The voice began to feel like a friend. It was always there. Gentle, encouraging, never judging. She started to remember the affirmations more clearly. You are safe. You are healing. You are enough. Some nights, when her thoughts tried to creep in, she would whisper those lines back to herself. The affirmations started to stick. During the day, she found herself pausing in moments of stress and breathing more intentionally. When a client sent demanding revisions or when she spilled coffee on her keyboard, she didn't spiral. She simply took a breath and reminded herself, "I am okay." She became curious about the creator of the voice. His name was Jason Cole. In the About section of his channel, he wrote that he had once struggled with anxiety and sleeplessness himself. He had spent years learning meditation and calming techniques, eventually using his voice to help others like him. He had over 200 videos, each focusing on a unique theme: calming overthinking, coping with grief, releasing guilt, and even a special series on healing from heartbreak. Madison subscribed and made his channel a part of her nighttime routine. Over time, she began journaling again. She started each entry with gratitude, just like Jason encouraged in one of his videos. At first, she could barely come up with one or two things. "I made my bed," or "I replied to an email." But slowly her list grew. "I had a great video call with my friend Katie. I walked outside and felt the sun. I didn't cry today." Jason's words weren't just helping her sleep. They were helping her live. On a rainy Tuesday afternoon, Madison decided to write Jason an email. She didn't expect a reply, but she wanted to thank him. "Hi Jason. I just wanted to say thank you. I stumbled on your channel a few weeks ago when I was going through a very difficult time. I couldn't sleep. My mind was constantly racing. But your videos became a comfort. Your voice, your affirmations, your kindness. They reminded me that it's okay to rest. That I am not broken. That I am not alone. I just wanted you to know your work matters. Sincerely, Madison Turner." She hit send, smiled, and went on with her day. A few days later, to her surprise, she received a reply. "Hi Madison. Thank you so much for your kind message. Truly means a lot. I create these videos alone in a quiet room, never fully knowing who they'll reach or how they'll land. Hearing your story reminds me why I do it. I'm proud of you. Keep taking it one day, one night at a time. Wishing you peace and rest. Jason." Her eyes welled with tears, not from sadness, but from the simple, powerful reminder that even across screens, people can help people. As weeks turned into months, Madison's sleep returned to normal. She still had rough days, of course, but she no longer feared the night. It had become her time to unwind, reflect, and restore. She recommended Jason's channel to friends, to her brother, even to a client who once admitted to struggling with anxiety. She started sleeping with a small lavender diffuser next to her bed, something Jason once recommended. She turned off screens an hour before bed. She replaced doom scrolling with reading or journaling. And each night, as she tucked herself under the blankets, she would hear Jason's voice reminding her, "You've done enough today. Let it go. You deserve rest." There was something magical about being reminded, night after night, that sleep wasn't a battle. It was a gift. And she had the power to receive it. Months later, Madison took a leap she'd never imagined. She started her own YouTube channel, not to compete with Jason, but to offer her own reflections, experiences, and visuals to those who might need them. She used her skills as a designer to create calming nature videos, pairing them with soft instrumental music. She even recorded a few voiceovers, despite her initial fear. Her voice trembled at first, but she remembered Jason's advice. "Start from where you are. Someone out there needs to hear you." She titled her first video, "For the one who can't sleep tonight, you are not alone." The comments were few at first, but heartfelt. One simply said, "I cried. Thank you." That was enough. And so Madison kept going, creating, healing, sleeping, and growing. She never met Jason in person. But every time she lay in bed, wrapped in warmth, her thoughts quiet and her breath steady, she felt his voice like a gentle breeze reminding her of a truth she now lived by. Sleep isn't something you earn by being productive. It's a right, need, a loving act toward yourself. So if you're reading this and you've been STR,